哇，外面也都下雪了，一片白色的，好厉害！哎，整个世界都变成下雪的样子吗？那也太厉害了吧！可能技术面没有那么需要那么高，但是策划的时候就会想到说，哦，我要做出四季，我整个地图都要做出四季的感觉，都有四季的变化。这一点，然后最后能够实现，其实还是要算它蛮厉害的。哦，可是空气那种冷的感觉有做出来，不是那种宜人舒适的气温，还不错。那的眼睛好酷哦！这就是骑兽课的过场。哇，眼睛都要瞎了。
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn
准
bombarding.
备好学习大爆爆。
Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary.
所以不能随便乱
The
用就对了。
exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people.
啊，那我学的其他咒语都不会伤害其他人吗？有没有搞错啊？
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand
哦，
movements.
这个咒文的画，那个魔杖画法还蛮漂亮。大爆爆
Well
，nice
done.
拿
Now,
南
let
瓜
us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
这个啊，
Incendio.
哎，
Bombarder. Excellent wand work.
好像也
Cast
没有
the
很
spell
大啊
just like that every time.
我以为是那种
Assured and in control.
超大的。好啦，还是蛮大的。炸不掉这些，但是可以炸得掉南瓜，看来威力也还好嘛。哦，都积雪了，漂亮。看看，外面的世界也真的都积雪了吗？哇，真的耶，好酷哦！湖没有结冰。哇，外面都下雪了，好厉害呀！哇，有阳光，好漂亮啊！有阳光洒进来的时候，好漂亮。哇，真的耶，整个区域都是雪白的，虽然不是那种很厚的积雪。
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts.
真假？
Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time.
真的假
He
的？
believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of
可
dark
是这
magic.
些黑魔法也未免太强大了吧？
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
而
And
且
I'm glad we did it.
而且是
Because
自
in the
动在我
spellbook, I
身上
also。found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And
真
you
的吗？
think
这
this
就是
relic
拯
might
救
be able
安
to
妮
save
的。
Anne?
Precisely. I plan to
Precisely.
search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm
对啊，
glad you
他其
agree.
实对
When I know more, I shall send her now.
他对整件事情其实也有点置身事外的
I
感
don't
觉，
feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
而且
I
他
decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air.
他为什么他是在偷听我们吗？
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
哎呦 ，Ominous， 你是不是在监视我们，还是监听我们？
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
为什么他这么
It is.
清楚啊？
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
为什么他好像就在现场的感觉？其实我是站在 Sebastian 这边的呢。我知道 Ominous 他的意思是好的，但是我总觉得黑魔法还是有办法的吧。
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know.
为什么我要夹在你们两个中间？这难道是三角激情？ Sebastian， 你的披风到底是怎么回事啊？
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hog's Head, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight?
我当然知道啊。
Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll
哦，
attack?
那么久以前的
It
事
does,
啊。
somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntow Hall mean anything to you?
啊？
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing.
这么远，
If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
我根本不认识你的祖母。
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
我相信你可以保护好自己的。哎，哦，是往后面。每个人都好会爬。什么什么？
A centaur. Tread carefully.
人马不是不会对我们怎么样吗？
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Okay. Thank you. Come again.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
还好主角的
But why
口
would
才
you
是
think
点
that
满。
we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
这条森林小径真的好棒啊，走过来的感觉很好。
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
啊？哎，怎么突然慢下来了？哎
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
这是盾牌跟头盔吗？还是什么？
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Pelts. Poor beasts. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher
这
camp.
是巨魔身上的
I
那
should
个
tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
反正你死不了。
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures.
好
though.
多。
So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less
不那么
discreet
谨
approach?
慎的做法。
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
哎，
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
I'll have you know, I'm from a lineage steep.
And where did I set my traps? Was it lower or upper Hogsfield?
嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿，全部都不用打。
What in Merlin's
哇塞，这什么啊？
Are those dragons?
哦，这是那个宝可梦竞技场。
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much.
外面
Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is
外面帐篷那么小，
here,
为什么
how
里
could
面
they
空间这么
possibly
大？
enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
那你还叫我来？
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a buck. Mr. Dallas.
Revenue.
诶，这边没有敌人。
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
They say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beasts. Totalis.
哇，右边打的啊，超激烈的。
Revenue.
OK， 这边都没事。
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
为什么他已经结束了？哇塞！
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her on, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hey. 你们为什么不赶快一点？
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Oh, 手痛。哦，按错了。可恶哎！给我过来！ 哦，又来！
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
哇，好多！两百，不是 Rebellion 啊！好险！等一下啦，让我丢个东西可以吗？啊，还是继续丢这个好了。
Stupid one.
See how you like this?
Stupid one.
The land returns.
OK， 哦呦！哎呀，按到2。可恶，我都古代魔法。
Back to the ground, will you?
Now, this has become personal. Damn it! I've no patience for these things. That's mine! Confringo!
哎呦，还没死，血这么多啊！终于死了。Nice.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
How? Oh.
Accio.
要，可是他现在很生气耶，他根本不知道谁对他做这些事，赶快逃吧
I suppose we'll find out.
！No， 赶快跑，趁现在！哇，怎么这么多？哇！他这些人是怎样？啊！侏罗纪公园，他们不打我们先打人。那我们赶快跑吧！站在这中间，其他人都不会放 potato 了。为什么他好像很高兴啊？你的吼烧为什么在这个时候可以放这么远？啊，这个。是用扫帚飞出去不行。
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
我们应该要去把
I
龙蛋
don't
还
think she
给他
knew
吗
they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
留下联络资讯。
Nothing about this day was expected, not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
是说这些偷猎者也太多人了吧？
They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
他要怎么回去？他要走回去啊 ！Goodbye. Have a nice day. 刚刚龙展开翅膀的时候，竟然 lag 了一下，好可惜哦。
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your
又有
field
作业
guide,
要做了。
attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
然后我们竟然跑这么远，叫人家找书，
Revelio.
这些书柜也不标一下什么书在哪里。
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if
随堂
you
小
humor
考
me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask.
果然
They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
OK， 如果非得这么做的话
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
我哪知道啊
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg.
竟然还有一个
They're thought to be
小知
extinct.
识
Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as
茯苓
liquid luck?
剂
The Pepper Up Potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis.
谁知道
Something
啊
makes the drinker temporary. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
啊
The Founder's Relics.
No. The answer was the
谁
Deathly
知道
Hallows.
啊
According to Beadle the Bard, what governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Peruvian Viper Tooth.
Brilliant! Though the
终于
Viper Tooth
又
is
对一
the
题了
smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Letherfold.
That's incorrect. The answer was a demiguise. What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
这根本就是用猜的
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Mount Greylock.
Well done! What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer.
Revelio.
这些随堂小考，这些问题大概要最哈阔的哈利波特迷才能答得出来了吧？虽然有一些好像很基本的，但我还是答错了，科科。那是他的书啊。
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight.
看走眼。是说变
Now, you all know what to do.
变形咒也太强大了吧！而且变形咒怎么这么容易呀、变杨术， 虽然古代魔法已经可以把敌人
Beautifully
变哑。
done.
那这招在平常要怎么发挥呢？啊，刚刚都没有使用到大爆爆，因为左边这个我都是把一些功能咒语放在这里，所以我没有习惯要战斗的时候没有习惯要放到这里，要变到这里来。
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
当然。
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacle.
那是很难的吗？
Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've
课外活
accomplished
动种
in
种
light of
传
the
闻。
rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
对，不。
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your
普通巫术
OWLs.
等级测
I'll
验，
provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams.
竟然还有期末
Until
考
then,，well done. You are dismissed.
还有期末考要期末考要考。哎呦，哦。好奇怪的逻辑啊！把它变成木桶，然后把木桶打破，它又变回来。
Something dawned on me about the triptych.
Oh.
Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
哇，变形术的 CD
My plan with the
好
helmet
久。
failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts.
等一下，我也太忙了吧！
Who speaks gobbledygook?
哇，时间管理大师哎！
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply
you'll
wants to
be
show me something that
fine.
involves
You're okay
gobbledygook.
lah.
If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
是这样啊。哦，这个矿坑所在地也蛮漂亮的。
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could
为
tell
为
me
什么
why
背
we're
景音乐
here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
他也想的太多了吧？
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An
Yeah.
ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean,
是我们看到的那个魔法
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal.
真的是啊
Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Morganach
castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain.
废话
For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
把人家
speak gobbledygook.
叫到这么远的地方。
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my
他早
presence
就
to
知，
Ranrock.
可是他早就知道
All
你
you
在
need
跟
to
巫师
do
合
is
作了，
not
是有什么
be
差？
seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
This door is
又是
looking
个
at
眼
us.
睛啊！那是说这个隐身术真的啊，每一个学生都会，至少跟我同行的学生都会。哦，是这个蒸汽的吗？
Books so rarely
哎
prepare one
哎，
for
是
reality.
蒸
A
汽
real
洞窟，
goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
太棒了！终于可以看到不一样的地层，酷呢！
Lumos.
哦，
I
蒸汽
cannot
洞窟
believe
啊！
I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and
好
get out.
帅哦！
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Revelio.
哦哦 ，OK。
Confringo.
哇，酷哎！蒸汽洞窟，好帅啊！有种蒸汽朋克感。
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
太帅了吧！蒸汽洞窟，
Keep your wits about you,
赞呢
Amit.！I'll get you through this mine.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Over here! There to see the human attack. Stupid fucking
哦哦！什么？哪来的？喂，怎么突然变3个人？
Show yourself, if you're there.
It's totalis.
Parasite.
Hey.
Watch your step round here.
Bombarder.
为什么这一次这么简单，跟刚刚完全不一样
You have my word.
刚刚到底是哪里跑出来第三个人？哎呦，又是这个。
We're being watched.
哦，那边要拉。
Door.
哇，太酷了！蒸汽洞窟太酷了，而且细节做得好好。开了，开了。
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
好酷哦！都有设计过哎，里面的内装。nice。啊！
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. If we don't see any more plans or schematics, we can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
没有任何实质意义的对话。
Revelio.
哦，敌人呐！ 咒咒虐！OK。
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
这里好难走啊！这个桌上这么多食物，竟然不能拿起来吃。
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building
巨
something
大的
rather
东西，
large. But what?
蒸汽机器
I will
人
get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
巫师跟机器人，巫师 VS 机器人，
I could have
感觉也是蛮浪漫的，不是吗？
What's that fire whiskey over here?
Totalis.
哦，被发现了，好像又没被发现。哦，被发现了，没被发现，nice。nice。
Arresto momentum. Confringo. Crucio.
这咒咒虐好像只是控场加
Stay close.
加
Handle much worse.
使用那个诅咒效果，
This is more complex than I had
果然还是要杀掠咒比较
Incendio.
有效果吧，比较有伤害效果。咒咒虐只是控场用。
Accio.
原来如此，刚才我说那个门什么时候开的，是因为要等它水流过去才会开。这边是怎样？
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
哇，到这里没有蒸汽的机关了。哦，还有。哦 ，Steampunk。哦。
Go and patrol. Like I ain't got nothing better to do.
使用大爆引爆红色炸筒。过来！
I won't rest until you're dead.
The pulsar.
I will make you pay.
哦呦
Descender. Potato. Defender.
Not quite.
哇！哦，
You can't stop us. I will have easily dive at it.
Arresto momentum.
喂，哪有这种的？
One less human to worry about.
好多人哦！那去。太多人了吧！呀！被他们打好痛。
Lumos.
Lumos 个屁呀！啊！
That was meant to be.
Arresto momentum.
这个
I've been fighting since before you were born.
选不到我想要打的人呐、啊。
You won't run away with that.
OK。
Protego.
Shot, child.
又过来！
Leviosa.
I'll get you,
Incendio. Descender.
这还会追到上面来。
Pity. Not quite.
Cruise.
太混乱了吧！哇！ 天！
Arresto momentum. Depulso. Expelliarmus.
You can't stop us.
喂！
Leviosa.
Oh.
Many of them are there.
太多人了吧！
Last of them I'll meet.
超级混乱的。完全不知道自己在打什么。水有没有过去啊？我怎么看不太出来？哦，这样就可以了。 有了，这样就可以用像升降机了。这边有什么东西吗？哦，原来那是出口啊。这个最重要的放在最后。巨大砖头。
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
好酷哦，巨大砖头。
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you.
这样子就一辈子
If
不
you
用再
don't
冒险。
mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
我们也太多秘密了吧
Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my research. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget.
Huh?
Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it.
该不会就是我们一开始拿到的那种？
It was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
果然就是
Yes.
就是他。
But how did you?
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned.
然后他就
More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
又要大战了吗？这个任务的名称叫做《妖精与好男》，可是没想到内容是这么沉重的事情。哎呦！